In the world of law enforcement, police officers are often seen as symbols of authority, strength, and protection. But what happens when you take that strength to the next level? What happens when women, defying societal expectations, become both police officers and elite bodybuilders? It's not a story you hear often, but there are women out there who balance the demanding and often dangerous job of a police officer with the rigorous training and discipline required to excel at it. In bodybuilding, their lives are not only a testament to physical power, but also to mental resilience, challenging stereotypes, and breaking barriers in both the fitness and law enforcement communities. These women aren't just breaking glass ceilings, they're building their own muscle-bound foundations. The first time I met Officer Kate Miller, I was in awe of her presence. Standing at 6 feet tall, her broad shoulders and well-defined muscles were the first things I noticed. But what caught my attention even more was the fact that she wore a badge with pride and was also a competitive bodybuilder. It was a rare combination that many didn't expect from someone in law enforcement. Kate had always been fascinated by strength, even as a child. She remembered watching documentaries about women in sports and being drawn to stories about athletes who defied traditional gender roles. But bodybuilding wasn't something she immediately considered. It wasn't until she joined the police academy that she realized how much her physical fitness played a role in her career. Law enforcement requires a high level of fitness, and I always enjoyed working out, Kate told me as we sat down for a chat after her shift. But one day I thought, why not take it further? Why not see what my body is really capable of? It was this curiosity that led Kate to the gym. What started as casual training soon transformed into a full-fledged passion for bodybuilding. She began training under a coach who emphasized discipline, form, and a lifestyle dedicated to growth. I wanted to see how far I could push my limits, she said. In bodybuilding, it's not just about lifting weights. It's about understanding your body, fueling it properly, and constantly improving. Kate wasn't alone in her journey. Officer Amanda Clark had a similar story. A petite woman in stature, standing at 5'4", Amanda's initial struggle was even more profound. She recalled how she had to work harder than most to prove herself in the academy. In law enforcement, there's this misconception that women are physically weaker, especially if you're small. It's a stereotype that always frustrated me, Amanda explained. But Amanda wasn't one to back down. She trained relentlessly, running long miles, lifting weights, and learning martial arts. One day during a routine workout, her personal trainer suggested she consider bodybuilding. I thought about it for a second, she said. I'd always liked lifting weights, but I didn't know what it would take to compete. Once I started researching, I thought, why not? I could do this. Becoming a competitive bodybuilder didn't just challenge Amanda physically. It was an entire lifestyle overhaul. She had to juggle the demanding hours of being a police officer with the strict diet and exercise regimen of bodybuilding. But the drive for excellence fueled her. She found strength in overcoming the challenges, and she began to earn respect not just from her colleagues, but from her competitors. Becoming a female bodybuilder in the male-dominated field of law enforcement was not without its challenges. Both Kate and Amanda shared similar stories of skepticism from some of their colleagues. There were always people who doubted me, Kate said, recalling the comments she received when she first started competing. People thought I wouldn't be able to balance bodybuilding and policing. They told me it was too much for one person to handle, but that only pushed me harder. For Amanda, the doubters often questioned her ability to be both physically strong and mentally sharp. There's this misconception that bodybuilders are just about brute strength, she explained. They think it's all about how much you can lift and how big you can get. But in law enforcement, we need brains just as much as brawn. It's about critical thinking, problem solving, and handling high-stress situations. And Amanda was determined to prove that bodybuilding didn't hinder her ability to perform her job. If anything, it enhanced it. Training as a bodybuilder has taught me mental discipline, she said. It's not just about lifting weights. It's about overcoming pain and exhaustion, about pushing through when your body tells you to quit. That mentality has helped me deal with high-pressure situations on the job. Despite the challenges, both women discovered numerous benefits from combining bodybuilding with law enforcement. Not only did bodybuilding improve their physical strength and endurance, but it also sharpened their mental resilience. One of the most significant benefits was the ability to handle stressful situations. In bodybuilding, every rep and set requires focus, discipline, and overcoming physical limitations. This translated directly into their police work. They could stay calm in high-pressure situations, think clearly under stress, and rely on their physical abilities when necessary. Bodybuilding teaches you to trust your body, Kate shared. As a police officer, there are times when you need to rely on your physical strength, whether it's chasing down a suspect or subduing someone in an altercation. Being strong gives me the confidence to handle those situations without hesitation. Amanda echoed similar sentiments. I've learned to control my emotions and stay composed in moments of chaos, she said. In bodybuilding, you often have to fight through pain and fatigue. That's exactly what happens in law enforcement sometimes, when you're running after a suspect or when you're in a physical confrontation. Your body is tired, but your mind has to push through. Both women also found that bodybuilding made them better at their jobs in terms of public perception. While there were always those who doubted them, they were also able to use their physical strength to gain respect from others. When facing aggressive suspects or situations that required physical confrontation, their muscles spoke for them. But it wasn't just about their physicality. It was their mental toughness that truly set them apart. As they rose through the ranks, both Kate and Amanda became inspirations to others. They didn't just break stereotypes, they shattered them. They proved that women could excel in both strength and intelligence, that they could protect and serve their communities while maintaining a high level of fitness. Their stories became a beacon of hope for others who wish to follow in their footsteps. I've had young women come up to me and say that they want to become bodybuilders and police officers, Kate said with a smile. It's an honor to be an example for them. I think it's important to show that women can be strong in every sense of the word. Amanda's journey had a similar impact. I've inspired others to pursue bodybuilding, but I've also shown them that you don't have to fit into a box. Women in law enforcement are often expected to be a certain way, but bodybuilding has allowed me to embrace who I am, physically strong and mentally tough. Chapter 6: The Future of Women in Law Enforcement and Bodybuilding. Looking ahead, both Kate and Amanda see a bright future for women in both law enforcement and bodybuilding. They believe that as more women step into these roles, they'll continue to inspire future generations. And while they've faced challenges, they've also paved the way for others to follow in their footsteps. There's still a lot of work to do, Kate said, but the more women who enter this space, the more we'll break down barriers. We need to show that women can be strong, both physically and mentally. Amanda nodded in agreement. We're not just police officers or bodybuilders. We're multifaceted individuals who refuse to be confined by societal expectations. And I think that's something worth celebrating. In a world where women are often told to choose between strength and femininity, Kate and Amanda are living proof that you don't have to make that choice. They've proven that women can be strong, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and still excel in careers traditionally dominated by men. Their stories are a testament to perseverance, resilience, and the power of believing in oneself. They've shattered the mold, and in doing so, they've inspired countless others to find their own strength and push their own boundaries. Did you know? Women bodybuilders who are also police officers are redefining strength, and they're here to stay.